Kia ora, Aotearoa, and it has been a fine winter's day, but quite frosty to start off with for many parts of the country. We've had some showers, especially in the western South Island and up north. Those showers are expected to become a little bit more as the day goes on in the South Island, but for the north, they become fewer as the day goes on. So let's see what we're expecting for the rest of the day. Pretty fine conditions for many parts of the country, especially central and eastern parts. In the west, however, of the South Island, those showers are expected to become more as the day goes on. And that continues into the overnight period as well. Pretty clear skies expected for most places. And so we see that effect in the temperatures. Another cold night expected. So don't put those scarves and jackets too far away. Another frosty start to the day in the central North Island, but even in these eastern parts, Napier only starting out at 0 degrees on Wednesday. Similarly for the South Island, around -3 in Christchurch and other parts of the Canterbury Plains, and those inland places could also be quite frosty to start off with. So let's have a look at what we're expecting on Wednesday. A bit of a foggy start for some places in the North Island, especially parts of Auckland, parts of the Waikato. And in the Waikato, because of the cold temperatures, the light winds, the time of year, we could see that fog sticking around for quite a bit in the morning. But for the South Island, the wettest of that weather expected in the western parts. In the east, another fine start to the day. Fine and frosty, similar to what we had this morning. So let's take a closer look at what we're expecting. So as I mentioned, a bit of a foggy start to the day, a lot of frost around and maybe a bit of cloud down towards Kapiti. But for the rest of us, quite a fine day expected on Wednesday, especially out here in the east. Towards afternoon and into the evening, there could be 1 or 2 showers popping up in the Bay of Plenty and up towards Taupo. But at this point, it should be fairly light and passing through pretty quickly. Then for the South Island, again, that wettest of the weather is expected in the west, places like Westland, parts of Fiordland, showers to start off with, turning to rain as the evening comes on. But for everybody else, quite a fine day to start off with, maybe some fog patches in places, frosty once again. As the day goes on, we see a bit of an increase in this middle to high level cloud, but overall, quite a lovely winter's day ahead. So looking at the temperatures for the North Island, beautiful average day expected temperature-wise, those temperatures in the mid-teens for most places, and even over here along the eastern North Island, around 15 degrees, similar for Auckland, 15 degrees, 13 down here in Wellington. Then for the South Island, very similar conditions, low to mid-teens for many places, 12 degrees in Christchurch. Down in Invercargill, not looking too bad at 14 degrees. The overnight temperatures give us a hint that we've got a bit more cloudy skies, so those temperatures not expected to dip too low, mostly remaining in the positives for many areas. So having a look at what we're expecting on Thursday, it is all about this low pressure system bringing some rain starting in the west but gradually making its way across the rest of the South Island as the day goes on, and the latter part of the day across the North Island as well. And that continues into Friday. As the day goes on, some showers still expected for the North Island. For the South Island, however, things do start to clear out as the day goes on. That's all I have for you for now. Ma te wa.